Hello, hello. Welcome in. It is Monday, November the 3rd. I'm Ceree, and I have Ron with me, and we're today with you to do our daily thread. How are you today, Ron?
I'm great. How are you doing, Sheree? It's good to see you again.
Good to see you, and welcome in, everyone. We do daily videos every day of the week, and we do an astrology forecast actually on Sunday, and Dawn did that yesterday. So if you haven't seen it, we would invite you to look at it, because it gives you a day-by-day look at the astrology. And today she was talking about this is an energy of great change and great transformation, but also an opportunity to heal some things that perhaps we still have cluttered in our auric field or in our energy. So today is a good day to set some intentions to clear anything that no longer serves you, or maybe a trigger or a wound that you've had from childhood, or something that just hasn't left. So if you have that opportunity today, please feel free to do so. So we're going to do a daily reading for you, and we're going to be using some oracle cards and some runes, and Ron's going to describe those in a moment. But first, a couple of announcements. We do have our full moon ritual ceremony, which is tomorrow night, November the 4th, and that is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And there will be a link if you go to the YouTube channel, Lighthouse Tapestry. You will be able to find that. And we will be doing our Wednesday live on November the 5th, and that is at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time as well. And if you like our content, please like, subscribe, and share. We also announced that we brought up a new website, and if you would like to book a personal appointment with any of us, we have all sorts of service offerings, including channeling, astrology, Akashic records, oracle cards, rune readings, mediumship. We've got a lot of diversity in practitioners, and we've all come together in the spirit of being the lighthouse as a spiritual community, lighting the path for others. And the tapestry was important to us about weaving in soul magic. I think that's what we were saying the other night. It felt really positive. So it's www.lighthousetapestry.com. All right. So with that, we're going to get started with today's message. And so, Ron, would you lead us off with the message for today?
Okay, glad to do that. This week has been high energy. As you all know, everything's going on in the universe. It's interesting that the runes that I pulled, I've been pulling all week. Okay, so in other words, the same message. And just to familiarize you or update you about runes, okay, again, I use the Book of Runes, okay, by Ralph Bloom. And this was channeled material, so I really have a lot of faith and confidence in it. And again, I pulled for the collective today. And the first rune that I pulled is for growth, okay? And so I will read that to you. And again, growth for the collective is what we're going through. And the name of the rune is Berkana, Berkana. Another of the cycle runes, Berkana represents a form of fertility that fosters growth both symbolically and actually. The growth may occur in affairs of the world, family matters, and relationships of the self, small s, to the self, capital S, okay, or to the divine. A rune that leads to blossoming and ripening. Berkana is concerned with the flow of beings into their new form. Again, we're going through great transitions at this point in time. Its action is gentle, penetrating, and pervasive. What is called for here is to consider your issue with care and awareness. First, disperse resistance, then accomplish the work. For this to happen, your will must be clear and controlled. Your motives correct. My eyes. Any dark corners shall be cleansed. This must be carried out diligently and sometimes with expert help. Modesty, patience, fairness, and generosity are called for here. Once resistance is dispersed and rectification carried out and seen to hold firm, then through steadfastness and right attitude, the blossoming can occur. So again, I think a wonderful rune for us at this time of the year, especially with everything going on in both the universe and our solar system and on the planet. And I'm going to pass it off. By the way, that was the overview rune, and now I'm going to pass it back to Ceree to do the challenge rune.
Okay. Now that makes sense. And I think it's a great read of the energy. And as you have taught me, and Ron was my teacher for helping me learn how to read runes, this is all around the journey of spiritual warriorship. And so that is a beautiful message. The challenge, and I pulled this rune, and this is actually upside down. So like in tarot, you can get the cards right side up or they can be reversed. So this is called signals. It's the messenger rune and the god Loki. And when it's upright, it's around receiving messages, signs, signals, and gifts. The message may be that of a new life unfolding, and new life could mean a new spiritual journey and awakening happening. And it was upright. It means be very attentive to the signs, the symbols, all the communication going on around you, because that's indicative of your spiritual awakening. And it says drawing this rune tells you that connection with the divine is at hand. It's a signal to explore the depths, the foundations of life, and to experience the wellspring of the divine in your nature. And again, when it's reversed, it means that there's something that needs to be cleared. And this is exactly what Dawn is talking about in the astrology of today, that many of us may not feel like we can move forward, or that we're blocked, or that we can't accept, or maybe we're afraid of what is out there because it's unknown. And none of us have been in this space before. So we're all kind of figuring this out, one day and one experience at a time. And it says, you may feel inhibited from accepting what is offered to you. Remember, what is happening is timely to your process. If the well is clogged, this is the moment for cleaning out the old. So this is a great time from the astrology perspective, but also energetically, to clear out any old wounds, any old energies. And again, it's time just to set the intention, and we'll be doing this tomorrow night live, to release any energies, old belief systems, old relationships, old patterns, whatever they are. It's time to release them and let them go. So this is our challenge. Are you ready and willing to do that? All right, and I'll pass it back to you for the third rune.
Okay, and of course, as I said, it's interesting. I pulled this rune in the last week or two, maybe a few times. And this rune is for action. And the rune that I pulled is disruption, all right? Also known as Hagalaz, Hagalaz, all right? And this rune is change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates a pressing need within the psychic to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world of archetypal mind. The rune of elemental disruption, of events that seem to be totally beyond your control. This rune has only an upright position, and yet it always operates through reversal. When you draw this rune, expect disruption. And again, so appropriate for what's going on. For it is the great awakener. Although the form of the awakening may vary, perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses, as though you are emerging from a deep sleep. Then again, the onset of power may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality, your security, your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationship, and your beliefs. And of course, I believe destroying your current reality is a good idea. Disruption takes many forms. A relationship fails, plans go awry, a source of supply dries up. But do not be dismayed, whether you created this disruption or whether it came from the outside source. You are not without power in this situation. Your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support and guidance at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged. This is another of the cycle runes. The term radical discontinuity best describes the action of this rune at its most forceful. The more severe the disruption in your life, the more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. The universe and your own soul are demanding that you do indeed grow. Okay, I love that
Wow.
rune. All right.
And it also matches the energy later on in the week. So one of the things Dawn did say is, buckle up, Buttercup. It's going to be a bumpy ride. So I think we should all expect some disruption. And I find that if I anticipate it, I'm much more able to navigate it when it does happen because I'm expecting it and I look at it differently. So we're going to end. I pulled 2 cards because I felt very compelled to pull some angelic messages of support because we probably are going to need it this week. So I pulled from the Archangel deck and I pulled which Archangel is with us this week. And this is Archangel, it's Gersisa. And it is create a solid spiritual foundation and be in service to the planet. And so Archangel Gersisa, I'm going to read this. And this angel is with us this week as we are embracing all this change. Her energy and influence spreads throughout the universe. Her gray and white colors radiate. And you can see it might be hard to see, but gray and white, a lot of purple and blue, the crown chakra. And it says, whenever she's in the universe, she connects to our ley lines and sends white light along them. This helps to keep the planet stable and in touch with the latest cosmic news. And with 3-eye Atlas, flying around out there, I'm sure she's probably seeing it. Archangel Gersisa is also working with a team of archangels to build the energy grid to connect all the stars and planets and galaxies for the new golden age. She clears the energy around your Earth star chakra so that the soul light can pass through it to the center of the Earth, assisting you in creating a solid spiritual foundation for ascension. And really what this signifies is that you are ready to move forward on your ascension path. Ask Archangel Gersisa to help you sink roots into the earth. It's also a card of universal service. And so wherever you are in the world, there are a lot of people right now without shelter, without basic necessities like food. Be really aware of your neighbors and in your community, anyone who might need a helping hand. And I think that is a strong message, no matter where you are on the planet, to look for an opportunity to be a lighthouse for someone else. The last card that I pulled is from the angel number deck. So if you see this angel number 11, and it's all around awaken. So it matches the message. And we didn't tell each other beforehand what we pulled. We just, I pulled the cards right as we were going on camera. This is all around awakening to the spiritual journey. Number 11 is a master number, and this is all around trusting your intuition, being open to your soul's journey, but also reconnecting with that wonderful essence of who we came to be on this planet. So this is a beautiful time to start seeing the number 11. You might see 111 or 1111, and be on the lookout, because that is the sign from the divine that says you're exactly where you need to be. So Ron, I guess that's a wrap. Those are the messages for today. Beautiful messages. It will be bumpy, but again, we've got angels and archangels guiding and directing us, and we have divine support. So make sure that you are clearing and cleansing and grounding, and we will see you tomorrow night on the full moon ritual, as well as Wednesday. Please join us. And again, have a beautiful and blessed Monday. Take care.
Okay. Thanks for inviting me.
Thanks.
All right. Bye-bye.